Sagittarius, this is your reading for the week from the 26th of June to the 2nd of July 2022. Please keep in mind these are general readings and they might not resonate with everyone. I pre-shuffled your cards and let's go straight in. What's going to happen this week? The overall energy, the 10 of Wands. So you've been carrying quite some burden for quite some while, ready to release it. What happened in the past? The 5 of Pentacles. So you had pretty hard times before you. The Hanged behind you. The Hanged Man and Justice. Then we have the Hierophant. The 10 of Cups. The 3 of Pentacles. The 8 of Cups. The Empress. Can you still see those? Yes. And the 3 of Cups. So, right off the bat, what can I see? Your cards don't like to stay. There's something you've been working on for quite a while. I'd say it's your 10 of Cups. This week it feels particularly harsh for you, like you're about to drop the burden. But it is about love, and you had been fighting very hard for that. It also looks like probably even in court. You've been working very diligently on that, and from the highest you can come from. You feel almost like walking away, and then something comes in from the other side, from your partner, which is a lot of love and a lot of benevolence and gratitude for having fought so valiantly, and from your highest, yes, and there seems to be a time of mutual support and joy, something you needed for quite a while. But let's clarify. Let's clarify the 10 of Wands with the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Wands. Yes, I seem to be having those a lot today. So you've been struggling, and what presents itself to me as a relationship that has been going for quite a while, but very poorly for quite a while. And since you almost cannot carry your burden of that anymore, you come forth with a conversation, coming with an offer, which comes from a place of logic rather than emotion. And with the Ace of Wands, it's like as if you came in to say, look, I'm not happy, but let's talk about it, and let's do something about it, which is a good thing. So finally this week you're going to clarify something in a relationship. So you've been at the 5 of Pentacles for quite some while. Again, it's clarified by the 10 of Swords and by the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yes, for quite some while you felt like you've been investing into a relationship that didn't bring you happiness, has left you kind of out in the cold, and left you in a state of 10 of Swords, of a lot of pain, and pain probably from things that came from the past that left you in a really bad place, and you felt like you were stuck in this and couldn't come out of it, and it would just like being almost on a hamster wheel of constant pain and regret and loneliness. And you felt like this relationship was keeping you in that, and you were constantly in that state where you felt like I'm giving, but what do I get back apart from loneliness and pain? So that left you in this hanged man position with the 3 of Wands. So you felt kind of stuck, and you looked at it from a different perspective, and then you wanted to see some more positive change. And then the 5 of Wands in reverse. you wanted to see a positive change, and it looks like the other party, so probably the other person, almost retreated and didn't want to interact with you whenever you came up with something like, I want to have some betterment in this. It looked like the other person were kind of, they tried to come along with you, and all they could come up with is like, okay, I'm not fighting you anymore. And then here we come to justice, where we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Swords in reverse. What does that tell me? So you had this kind of, we are getting by more poorly than anything else, but we must stop doubting this. And it looks like you have put on some mutual spying on each other. So it's almost as if you both had a relationship that brought both of you a lot of pain in the past, but you kept still going. And it looks like both of you have not been trusting each other and been on the fence about this relationship for quite some while. And also both secretly spying upon each other. And now it seems like there's some moment of justice, so that you probably have finally come to realize, probably the both of you, we need to make a decision for or against this, and we need to stop working behind each other's backs and actually talk to each other rather than working against each other. Which led you to the Hierophant, which shows that you came in from the highest of what you have to deliver, like, let's say, almost, yeah, with this high priest sort of energy, like, this is what it should be, and this is what I'm going to bring in. And confirmed by the Four of Wands in reverse and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, it almost looks like you said, okay, we had this moment of truth, of justice, where we just need to stop to doubt and to spy on each other. Even if that means this is not going to be a relationship, this is not going to be our happily ever after, because I'm tired of fighting. And this is what the other party said as well. I'm tired of fighting you. You both wanted this to work out in the best of ways, and even if that means just calling it a day. And because this is what you ultimately want, the Ten of Cups. You want your happiness, and it's good to be reminded of that. So what happened here? The Ace of Cups and the Four of Cups in reverse. Good, that's very good actually, because you both, by talking openly to each other and just avoiding all this furtive energy, you said like, okay, this is what I want to be happy. And the other person said the same thing, I want to be happy. So you came towards them and said like, I give you my Ace of Cups, I give you my love. And the other person said, okay, if you give that to me in the purest of sense, I will not refuse it anymore. I want to be open to this. So it felt like you are going to have this week, you're going to have a clarifying situation, and you both were on the verge of giving up, but then apparently you find something really good in this, and you want to work together with the Three of Pentacles. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse, and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So what does that tell us? It's almost funny having the Three of Pentacles crossed by the Three of Pentacles in reverse, because basically it's saying like, okay, let's forget about this discernment and about everything, who has done what. Just forget about whatever the brain tells us, and forget about the goodwill of wanting to work towards it. Maybe we're just doing better by letting it happen, but by focusing a bit more on this Ace of Cups, on cups rather than swords or pentacles. Just don't see where this is leading and what we are both bringing to the table, but just focus a bit more on the emotion, on the feeling. And you both seem to be wanting to work on that. The other person also says like, I will be working on this, by actually not trying to work on it, by just, letting it be. Whereas you say, I will stop niggling about this and feeling burdened which is nice. It's really nice energy after all. Um, the energies are rather conflicting, and all the fire signs are very much into their power and energy, which seems almost too much for the current times. And so just let it be, and enjoying might be a good advice here. So, but that led to the Eight of Cups. Like, shall I walk away from this? Because it almost feels like you're lapsing back if you're going against your pentacles and against your reason of the swords. The Knight of Cups in reverse and the Five of Swords. So it's almost going to lead in some sort of relapse, because there is some pain that needs to be addressed, and it almost seems to call for, okay, then if you don't love me and if it doesn't make sense and it doesn't lead anywhere, even though I want still this Ten of Cups, I'm just going to withdraw my love and I'm going to walk away, because I'm in too much confusion and I don't want this. And it seems almost like the other party also relapses a little bit. But then here we have the Empress, which is a really nice energy that seems to be coming from the other person. The Seven of Wands in reverse and the Eight of Swords. Okay. So there is a really loving energy, a really loving, giving energy that seems to be coming from both of you. But you just withdraw your willingness to communicate your love, and that you just want it to happen now. And the other person seems to be coming from a place of fear and doubt, like, oh, it's never going to happen. That sort of feeling. But you both bring a lot of abundance to the table. If you could just be in the moment rather than live with your worries and fears and probably even anger at this point that things are not working out, but they do work out really nicely if you let go of all these contradicting and conflicting energies. Just let it be and flow into it, and then you will have the Three of Cups, just a bit of joy achieved by the Hermit in reverse and the Six of Wands. Exactly. So just open up without want, without reason, and without wanting to achieve something out of it, getting your pentacles out of it. Just be there. Be there in the Three of Cups with your partner who wants to have this success for themselves and for your relationship. And just live the energy of joy. It's available, of joy and abundance, of the Empress. And the Ten of Cups here, supported by the Ace of Cups. It seems like loads of very strong conflicting energies that are swirling about and kind of clouding that view, but it certainly is getting to a better place than where it's coming from. But just to have a confirmation, what's the advice? So the Eight of Swords, Page of Swords in reverse, and the Emperor in reverse. What is the advice? It's probably a confirmation of everything I said. Just you stop the fear and the worry by stopping to worry and stopping to investigate on the other person. Just let it be and do not control this, but just go with the flow. See life as a flow, both of you, where you follow your hearts and follow the flow of life for a while without wondering about your fears, about your needs and your wants, and just let it be. That's what I have to say. I hope you liked it. Please like, share, comment and subscribe. And see you next week, Sagittarius.